Good afternoon. Oh boy, it's toasty. Right. Hopefully all the sound is sounding soundful. Let us get cracking. Sorry if you can hear the aircon in the background, but it's 30 degrees. And that's a bit much for me. Oh yes, we're back in the caves. We have 100 demonic gorillas to slay today on task, and I haven't stored a second one because I believe that in this 100 tasks that we have, we're going to get it. It's just how it is. It's how it's got to be. But it's time. There's no fear down in the caves. Pixmate, how's it going? NG, Mr. Quibs, Grizz, Storm, how are you all doing on this lovely Friday afternoon? It's toasty. I reckon it's kind of close and humid down there, you know? Hey, it's roasting, mate. Absolutely roasting. Everything in the house to touch is just hot. The banister, the stairs, just everything is roasting. Today has to be the day, NG. It has to be. All the elite diaries, huge. Got some big prayer lamps to gain from there. And I've wasted a prayer sip. Good effort. $94. What's that in British? Because I always get confused when you say like 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm like, is that hot? Is that indeed roasty toasty? 34 degrees? Yeah, that's hot. That's what it is around here at the moment. 32. It reaches about 34 in the room, but that's because the PC is on and the Roadcaster kicks up a bunch of heat. It's not ideal. Grizz, you're done, mate. You've got the heron. You're free. Bottomless milk bucket to churn cream while playing OSRS. Oh, while you playing other stuff, sorry. Interesting. Okay. What are you making? What even uses cream? That's some true Iron Man stuff right there. Afternoon, Cass. How's it going? Surely today, 15k anglers. That's a lot of fish. I mean, who am I to speak? I have been tidying up those last bits of editing that I was talking about. Next week, well, we're going to get it today, obviously, but next week, if we don't, the grind is on. Dobby is a free elf. And I've been doing some AFK activities. I'll show you in just 2 seconds. Green javelin tips, nice. But you'll see that my cooking level's gone up a tiny bit. Because I needed something AFK to do whilst I was finishing off some editing. And it turns out when you have 30,000 raw sharks that the XP kind of goes flying in. So we need 23k to hit chef levels of cooking. Not there just yet. But we're getting there. I'm saving that for once we've finished up in the caves. We've got a crafting level which is 20k away. We have a cooking level 20k away. Then we've got some caskets to open, a wheel to spin, 2 bits of jewelry to make. It's going to be bliss. Evening, Grimmate. How's it going? You know how it is, Yum. We always talk about food so much here. It felt wrong not having a 99 cooking cape. So soon I will be chef status. Yeah, I was so confident that we're going to finish today that I didn't go and hunt a second task. So we've got 103, which is going to be supplemented slightly by the Bracelets of Slaughter, so probably around 130-ish. And we'll get it in then. We are officially 3 times the drop rate, by the way. We are on 4,500 KC. So 3 times for the heavy frame. Just how it is. I don't know why I'm surprised. I think, if anything, I'm a little bit disappointed in myself for believing the low KC number that I did in the beginning. Because I said 1,850, and we've gone slightly over there. No problem, Angie, mate. Get some scran. Exactly. We can't... How can we be expected to have a heavy frame if we can't cook manta ray and not burn it? It just makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense to you, you're just not putting the dots together, you know? Although, with all the raw food we have, we've definitely got some post-99 cooking that we can do for AFK activities, which is good. If we ever need to do something. I was considering doing some mining for the next AFK activity, because eventually we're going to need amethyst. But then I'd want to go and get the mining gloves. That's a whole ordeal. Somewhat shark. No, they're not locked. They're not locked. It's more just a case of... I don't know, I feel like grinding out another collection when I'm in the depths of a grind like this. Like, there's already been enough detours in going for the crafting level, Monkey Madness 2, Slayer level training. There's been a lot of other stuff, you know? So I can't say that I've had to lock in exclusively on this. There's been enough breaks that have been, in my opinion, necessary detours to get the crafting up. So I can't justify slipping away and going and mining. Not yet, at least. We'll see. If we're at 5.5k, screw it, I'm getting the mining gloves. I think that's reasonable. Or is it relatively fast to get? Seeds. Just casually juggling 6 sharks on the floor. We'll do that. Today, make sure that you have a drink at hand and stay hydrated. I will be doing the same. Cup of choice for today. I'll kill this first so I don't spill it all over my computer and fry my setup. Are you not a mastering mixology enjoyer? Liz, it's pretty good. I think it's a good way to utilize the miscellaneous herbs that no one ever uses for anything, really. Or, I guess, not having to get secondaries is massive. Like, I really hope I get that before I get a big grind that needs a herbal push. Because I do not fancy grinding up to like 84 herbal without that. We'll have to see. Why so many sharks? That's fine. Don't worry about it. Right, the cup, you ask. Oh, yeah. Fantastic bric-a-brac right there. The bricker is bracken. Morning, brave mate. How's it going? Happy Friday, my friend. Yum, do you know if the Varrock chest plate counts as getting potentially 2 of the unidentified materials? I can't get it, but if it does, then that's fantastic news. Because then maybe I'll wait for Marks of Grace, you know? Sure that'll happen. Evening, Cub mate. How's it going? Thank you very much. Today is the day. I'm so confident I didn't store up a second task, so it has to be the day. Else, we're going to do some task hunting, but, you know, I doubt it. It's going to be easy peasy. Oh, not too bad, my man. The heat is crippling right now. As you may be able to hear, I do have a fan in the background, though, so it is not too bad right now. Every time I leave the room, it's like an oven turning on, heating up. I don't do particularly well in the summer. I'm much more of a winter individual. It's easy to warm up, it's hard to cool down. Thank you, Slimer Man. Today's the day. Okay, good. As long as it's not coming through too clearly. You can hear it sometimes on recordings, but yeah, as long as it's not blasting through to you guys, the fan, then we're all good. We haven't seen a Zenite in over a couple hundred kills now. That's just unacceptable behavior. Seen more light frames, more ballista limbs, more springs. But no heavy frame. We've been eternally stuck on 465 collections for quite a while now. As I said, once we do eventually break through this slight barrier, we've got quite a few clues stashed up now. So there's a chance that we hit 500 total collections as well. Which would be huge. You hate the herblore skill? I mean, as an iron, I too hate it. I think the secondary gathering is the part that sucks the most. Getting herbs, you kind of get just handed out herbs all over the gaff. But secondary farming is a bit of a pain. And the good stuff is very, very high requirements also. Massive one hit off the double potion drink. Gaming. Yeah, we keep messing up the bracelet swap. We might run out sooner than I thought. Apart from Blizz, who is working on his herblore, what's everyone else up to? We're doing some AFK stuff. I know Grizz is just living on his boat at the moment. Fishing anglers, having a great time. Creeping towards that 99 fishing. Ooh, but Zaya rune crafting. Okay, okay. Got some rune crafting, some smithing. Anyone bossing at the moment? .96 rune crafting on soul runes. Get in there. Yeah, runes late game on an Iron Man, unless you have high rune crafting and you go for a massive session yourself, does seem a bit spooky. Does anyone actually make wrath runes, or do they just ignore that and just do blood casts instead? Doing Dusk and Dawn, just got the hammer. Ooh, nice. Yeah, the granite hammer slaps. It does a lot of damage. And then you can take that over to the Mad Angel as well. Yeah, but main's got a max as well. So you might as well make some profit while you're maxing. It's a good shout. Okay, Grim, that's fair. I mean, I've been seeing the collection logs popping up in the channel. Been enjoying that. Are you close to any completed sets yet, or are you just sort of getting bits and bobs? I'm going to preemptively swap to the bracelet so I do not waste another charge. Yes, more qualms. More Wildy Diaries, 30 out of 40. Last 7 you can do in the near future. Mate, that's coming along so well. Good job for sticking at it, to be fair, Storm. Slow and steady. Getting some wilderness madness done. Love to see it. Actually, say slow and steady. You've been grinding away. You've been doing some pretty significant tasks, ticking them off. Just on the 3 so far, fair. Because I saw the Darok's helmet come in just a second ago. Sly, get in there. Do some Guardians. Guardians is kind of chill though, right? Just do some mass worlds, turn your brain off for a bit. Delay the gratification till you stack up a couple of points and then get a big search going. Started a little iron recently, working on multiple grinds there. It is very different, yeah, you're right. Playing one and watching one. I mean, I like watching people like Curtis or MMORPG and his account, and then Iron Mammal, stuff like that. Blows my mind compared to where my account is at the moment. So yeah, watching people do stuff, very different to doing it yourself. But it's fun. It's your own iron journey, you know? There's no rush. What were the other 2 pieces as well, Grim? I saw the Darok's helm. Have you got a tank body or legs yet? I think tank pieces are the most significant upgrade, right? Because then you can go to Perilous Moons. Yeah, wilderness on a Friday, Saturday or Sunday. I think the chance of death increases significantly. Like shouting to you there. Yeah, I was in a bit of a weird spot. I started playing in 2023 or 4, so not crazy amounts of time. probably 2023. So I had such a massive backlog of content that I could go and watch. Like Swampletics, all of the Gillenor games, everything that sort of happened. Because I hadn't been watching RuneScape content or been involved in it, I just had a plethora of goodies to tuck into. And Iron Mammal was one of them, yeah. Spear and Hammers, okay. The Torag's Boppers. Iconic item. Is Alkan Lil Rat Dude? There's some guy who has outrageous luck on his collection account. Or it's like a Taskman account. Maybe that's him? Maybe that's someone else, actually. Oh, Nooblet, okay. Now, Tedious is the OG. It was him and Zaid, or Zaid. I think he was an Australian guy. Those were the OGs that I watched. I've been that right there. Give me that. Fishbowl helm and a heavy frame. Thank you, my man. And off he trots. Majestic. Watch him as he leaves. Oh, he's coming back. See that, Jaggers? You know what the heavy frame looks like now, so you just have to give it to me. We need to restore prayer. I burnt through prayer pots that run. Although it did drop like 1 billion sharks instead of prayer pots. Maybe the game is just trying to save my posture, you know? Not give me the heavy frame because I might slip a disc. Oh, Nooblet's Little Rat Dude. Okay, yeah. I love that series as well. Northern UIM? I have not. There's so many channels that I think I've seen the odd video of but haven't kept up with. And then I see the occasion. So there's the not Canifis, Priflocked account. I can't remember the guy's name. And my only gripe, and it's not even a gripe, because, you know, by all accounts, he's doing incredibly well. He doesn't put Priflocked in his titles, so I always lose out on what he's doing. Wilderness Bandit Camp? No. You shall be juggled here, sir. Is Alkan the one that's got the plug-in, the voice note that says new collection? Or is that Nooblet as well? There's so many people doing insane grinds that I get a little lost sometimes, you know? Okay, I've definitely seen him pop up then. And every time I see a video, I think I'm subbed? I don't know. I need to double check that, to be fair. Oh, Sea Engineers. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Sea Engineer stuff. He's always doing crazy hardcore stuff. What? I see some light frames on the floor. I see the culprit. Now, if you could just convince one of these demonic gorillas to please drop a heavy frame, then we're all good. That's right, I will become the heavy. And I will put myself in a frame, and we'll be good. Clubs, that's it. Yeah, the Priflocked account is insane. The progress that he makes on that. KC is currently 4,500 and something. Oh, brave, I didn't know that, man. I've only ever seen his videos. I've never watched one of his streams, but that's unfortunate. Still can't believe we changed the damn beam color and then... Okay, I mean, maybe we juggled them at the perfect time then, so we can actually start collecting more. It's all good, it's fine. Say okay. So... I found RuneScape after... I think a video popped up. I must have played it as a kid, like a tiny bit, like everyone did. They sort of dipped their toes in. And then I was playing a couple of games with one of the mods in the chat, and I asked him about RuneScape. I said, oh, there's this game, Old School RuneScape, have you heard about it? And he basically said, listen here, child. I know all about it. And he took me under his wing. He showed me the world of RuneScape, and he said, it's a wonderful game. I've been playing for X amount of years. Come and play. And as I tend to do with a lot of things, if I hyperfixate on it, the TISM locks on and I start having a good time, I'm there. I'm invested. And now it's been however many years. And I loved it so much that I started making content on it and making videos and stuff. And now obviously doing some streams, which is crazy to think about, but yeah, bizarre. But it's just such a good game. I think it's like, I love the fact that being a World of Warcraft player previously, and having to reset every single season, every time there was something new, like you just have to grind out full gear sets to do your mythic pluses, your raiding, all that kind of stuff. Everything just kept feeling like your time investment was, well, it just felt meaningless. Like you'd spend so much time doing stuff, and then if you missed out a couple of weeks of grinding, you didn't get your vaults, all that sort of thing. You fell behind. And then the season changed and you had to grind it all out again. As well as that, it was queuing for everything. Unless you had a pre-made 5-man for dungeons, you had to queue. Yeah, but this game, the time that you spend in it feels like it is respected. Progress never goes away. They bring new stuff out, but that's about it. And I just love that. Because, you know, sometimes people can be active. Like, let's say you've got a quiet month, you can be like, right, I can game in the evenings, let's do it. Every bit of time that you spent during that time is then reflected in when you can't play as much. But yeah, it's my kind of tism. Scratch the itch, you know? To be honest, I wouldn't do my grind either. I wish it wasn't this dry. But here we are. And we're locked in, and we can't leave. Yeah, I basically got tism baited in. It was the carrot on the stick, and I came galloping after it like a hungry rabbit. And I don't regret it one bit. I feel like as you get older, obviously depending on where you put your time to me at least, it feels more important. So, and it's games at the end of the day, but games are a valid stress relief and relaxant depending on how you utilize them or enjoy them. Same as watching films, reading books, all that kind of stuff. So I think the fact your time is respected with this game is why it's lasted so long, why it's got such a good community. You know, the mods listen to the players interact with the mods and actually ask them meaningful questions, and yeah, it's just nice. And then all the sort of bad people filter into PKing, you know? I say bad. The ex-League players all seem to be PKers. And everyone else just chills and hangs out. I'm not bashing PKers, it's just, it seems to be the higher energy is definitely a PKer. Iron Dexter, or Dex 7er. Careful, my friend, I don't want to drop a rock on you. Yeah, imagine leaving, yeah. Who would want to leave the caves? It's safe down here. You know what you're doing. There's no choices to be made. It's just kill the demonic gorilla. What's not to love? It's better down here. All you surface dwellers are playing the game wrong. I need to change my account to a cave-only RuneScape account. Can't get sunburnt down here. There's less wasps and various creatures that will sting you. There is the slight pressing issue of mutated gorillas with wings, but if you can look past that, it's quite nice down here. Yeah, the mods seem to... I've never interacted with a mod. I've never had to be honest, in terms of asking questions or whatnot, but I don't even use Twitter. Never have. I'm basically Unk. But they seem to respond. They seem to care a lot about what the players think, which is nice. And they play as well, yeah. Giant's Foundry is chill. The XP is fantastic down there. And it's a cave, so it's going up in my ratings, you know? Nice, that's what we needed. What is this? Get out of here. How much is a Kovacs grog going for these days? What's the Kovac grog market at? Yeah, it does seem like they do a lot of play testing. They come at it from a perspective of someone that plays the game themselves. Obviously, that is kind of hard to balance, though, because RuneScape players as a community and sort of type of player are incredibly intense. Not all of them, but you get a higher percentage of intense players who play for above average game time. So it's hard to sort of balance the game around them. Ah, okay, okay. Hunting for the Colossal Blade, fair. Evening, wrist mate. How is it going, my friend? Cut me loose. Let me free. At this rate, it's going to be 99 range before the heavy frame. I mean, I hope not. That's still 5 million XP. And that sounds criminal. Oh, a fellow sufferer. Welcome, AFK. What's the KC up to? 2.5. So you 4K KC now, or? Yeah, the heavy frame's hiding, and I don't know why. It's getting some sort of a sick thrill out of it, you know? You see, in my mind, I am free. Therefore, I can't be held prisoner by the demonic gorillas. $4.3K, brother. I feel bad for you, sir. At least we can share that pain together. Yeah. I have to say, doing it with this setup has been challenging. Fortunately, the combat stats were 99 before we started this, and that has been probably the biggest saving grace. Not to mention the changes they brought in for Gorillas 2. KC speed went up drastically after that. But, yeah. You know, I wouldn't mind moving on. So when people say the grass is greener on the other side, I just want to know what is on the wheel. Because let's be honest, it could be Dagonoth Kings, it could be Nightmare. Maybe this is the lesser evil of what we spin next. I just want to know. I want to know what is out there for me. And I don't think that's wrong. Hell, it could be Marks of Grace. Queen locked at 182 KC, yeah. Yeah. So this is probably penance for that one. I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong. How many Zenites are you up to with your 4.3 KC? I think we are literally living the same experience, AFK. I've been on 17 since maybe 4.2k, 4.1k. But yeah, you're definitely above. So that's, I think 20, well, 20 is 6,000 kills is the average. So I'm hoping I don't catch up to that. But it could happen. Definitely could happen. But if you're an Iron Man, it's a bank booster. If you're a main, there's a lot of money right there. 300 mil, give or take. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I'm just keeping it because I'm making the content. I'm thinking if I can get big bank values, it just looks nice, you know? More sharks. To be a 1 bill bank hardcore does nothing. It does absolutely nothing, but it feels good. When you are as dry as we are, you have to make small milestones that you can be like, oh, this is the next thing I'm going for. Like at the moment, technically, obviously the heavy frame is what we want. I can't control when that happens. So what I can do is I can look forward to the next milestone level, which for this account is going to be 85 Slayer, which we're only 200k XP off. And that's just because it unlocks Abyssal Demons, so then that is the Sire grind potentially to go on the wheel. I don't know if I'm going to add anything to the wheel yet, on the basis that we still have 45-ish things on there. So it's still plenty of things to do before we start adding more bits. But there's lots more to add as well. Light legs. Gimme. But Blizz, I need to make a main account to drop the stuff too. Maybe I should do that as a side series, max in a main, you know? Pretty sure Trails did that though. Or do an account called Efficient Oat, in where I drop all of the extras to that account and then spend at the GE and do it in as little time possible. As a direct contrast to Extremo, you know? Oat efficiency. I do not have the bank value for that kind of stuff. 1 mega rare is a bill, so not close. Yeah, I like things to stack up. It's just a bigger hit of dopamine at the end, you know, or a bigger disappointment like Temporos, for instance. But just having a more significant number stack up is, it's just nice. Yeah, there's the account that I made when I first started playing was a group iron. Actually, no, so I made a normal account before that, where I was learning the ropes and the boys were helping me out by giving me some GP. saying this is what skills you can do, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, they said, let's make a group Iron Man, which is what got me sucked in. So I basically went after, I think it's 13 days playtime on the non-Iron, straight into a group Iron Man, which does have 110 days played on it. But this account has overtaken it now, for sure. The goat. Thing is, I don't even know what I do on a main. Don't you just stand at the GE and then occasionally buy something and sell it again for more money, and then chuckle to yourself while you fill up a bathtub of GP like Scrooge McDuck? And then when you get bored, you just go and hit the gemstone crab, you know? More seeds. Farming level is doing bits. We definitely have 90 bank now, I reckon. Off of the trees. Stashed up. But we did hit 85 farming, so we can now do tourstals as well. When we're doing our farming grand tour. But I need to utilise the Hespori seeds a bit better. Because I haven't been planting like the Attis tree and stuff. I need to look into what they do. I can't actually remember. One gives more yield, one is decreased time or something. That's all I got for you. I don't know what the other one does. It does something. But on the hunt for the bottomless compost bucket, we've got quite a few seeds stashed up. More sharks, okay. Loud and clear. Attis is more yield, last one has a chance to get less disease. Ah, okay. Does that work on tree patches as well, or is that just herbs? Because I should definitely be planting those. Moat bloke. What would he do, though? Just go around digging up fortifications around castles. I definitely need to plant those then. Shaft. You have missed exactly what is always missed. That is nothing. I mean, progress is being made, so technically, not nothing. But nothing significant as of yet. I wouldn't mind seeing another Zenite just to see a big shiny pink beam on the floor. outside of that, just chilling. Now, I'm chewing through these a little faster than I thought I would, but the bracelet is starting to proc now. Because as I said, I'm so confident we're getting a heavy frame today, I have not got a second task stored up. So it's either going to be a heavy frame into wheel spin stream, or a 3-hour stream, we'll see. Leave it up to the RNG, which mine is immaculate, you know? 80% disease reduction for 74 hours. Damn. Okay. I'm going to plant that before I do my next big tree run, because that's insane. I've had a couple of magic trees die on me already, and that's a bit sad. Because each one is 13k farming XP in the bin. $200k Addy darts. Slay already. How's the scale supply looking? You stacked up on Zora scales as well, or? I mean, you did quite a few kills there, so I'm assuming you have. $250, yeah. Sweet. What did you get for Scran, NG? Hopefully something tasty. Actually, how many Sarah Brews have we had now? We've had 218 two-dose Sarah Brews. So we've got 109 4-dose Sarah Brews for this. That's not bad at all. Posture check. Make sure you are not slouching in your chair. Shrimp backs are not acceptable around here. Ooh, a nice steak. Get in there. AFK, there is no day like today. Get in there and do some Zora. Have you got the stats for it, or are you working up to them? It's always the way. Tell you what, I'll do the same thing that I did for Grizz for you. Just go do 25 kills. Nothing more, nothing less. Just 25 kills. That's all you have to do. And then once you've done 25, have a little sit, have a think, have a ponder, and say, ooh, I reckon I got 25 more. Grizz, no. You gotta gently lure him into Zulrah. So yeah, then you go along, you do a couple of Zulrah 25 here. Oh, that was nice. Was that 25 more Zulrah? Don't mind if I do. And before you know it, you've racked up 900 kills. But you've got a smile on your face and more KC. God, I need a haircut. My hair's getting a wee bit long now. Now, the thing is, you know you need to do some, and I say need to, you don't have to do anything, but you know you want to do a couple of Zulrah KC, but you know that starting doing Zulrah KC is the hard part. So if you just say, I'll do 25, then that's the hardest part, just getting in there doing 25 kills. And it might reinforce the fact that you really don't want to be doing that right now. But then if that's the case, if you've got the halberd, that's technically only about 40 minutes of kills. Probably less. So it's not too bad. I'll leave the breadcrumb trail towards the Zulrah pit. I'm actually getting commission from the High Priestess. She was like, I don't suppose you could lure a couple more people down to the Zulrah pits. And I was like, yeah. I'll do it for a heavy for him. So if you go down there now and you get something, I'll get my heavy for him. Yeah, 25 kills is not that many. In the grand scheme of Zulrah, that's quite a reasonable amount of KC, you know? But you are talking to the guy that has done 4,500 demonic gorilla kills, I'd say in a row, but yeah, basically in a row. So take what I say with a pinch of salt, and then discard it. Yeah, you've got it, mate. Five Serb kills in the bag. Easy peasy. You know, that could be some more Pegasian boots, Primordials, Eternals. Whichever one you're missing. Could be one of those, you know. I mean, yeah, if you're a Zulrah enjoyer and you've got the technique down, then 25's not too bad. If you're learning Zulrah, that is different. But then I'd say 25 attempts is still, that's a decent benchmark to get used to it. Yeah, and also, don't listen to Grizz. Grizz is a Zulrah hater because he didn't get his usual uncanny luck. And I say usual, he's going to bring up medium clues. Oh, I'll say fair enough. Can't argue with that one. Understandable. Oh, actually, AFK, have you tried CG since the changes? Yeah, Grizz, I can't say anything about mediums. Like, I'm convinced this is why my luck is as bad here as it is, you know? Right, that one's a bad clue, because that's the wilderness. That one is a good clue. Okay, wrist is a type it in code. Loud and clear. Understandable. Yeah, CG prep, to me at least, CG prep was the hardest part of CG. Because I have done it before on the group iron. The actual killing of the boss, I didn't mind at all. I was okay with. My brain just liked that a bit more. It's pattern recognition, it was fine. The randomness of the prep and having to drop and pick up items to make tier 2 sets, I hated. So I ended up just doing tier 1 preps, and then if you screw up once in a tier 1 prep with the paper gear on, you just get smoked. Like, the second you get hit by that tornado, you're just done. You just get ripped to shreds. So that wasn't exactly the most fun. And obviously, if I roll it on the hardcore, and I'm still hardcore, fingers crossed, I'm going to have to do tier 3 preps. And tier 3 preps, I don't know. I don't even think I maybe got one tier 3 prep done for the combat diaries. But I suck at it. Yeah, just the stackable resource. I can't wait to get there and just try it. I could go try it on the group iron, to be fair, but I want the experience to be fresh on the hardcore. Talk to me, Yum. How's the Cerberus KC coming? I believe in you. Instant prayer bots. Suspicious. I think it was also the fact they put the bosses in set locations now. It just means that you're not wasting time running around finding nothing and then having to leave. Which is what we want. He wants to melee me, but he can't, so he's going to range me. I'm inside your head, mate. Oats, the demonic gorilla whisperer. Mayhaps. And again. Have to wake up earlier than that to beat me. Morning, you spiky bum. I was actually considering doing some redwood tree chopping. If I hit 99 doing that, when it comes to sailing eventually, I'll be going post 99 cutting down other trees. So I should probably leave that one alone for now. And then focus on maybe mining. Unsure. Although I guess crafting's actually not a bad thing to... Crafting sucks, don't get me wrong. Crafting does suck. But to get 99 crafting, the cape is probably one of the better capes to obtain. It's between that and construction. And I could go and do construction... With the amount of GP that we now have, I could go and do construction not in mahogany homes and still get a really high level. Because we have so much excess gold to burn on planks and runes or whatever. That might be the way to go. Because I want some stuff in the house now. I want a fairy ring. I want a spirit tree. And considering the altar. For prayer swaps. Whoa! Thank you for the gifted sub, Sir Button-Up. You absolute legend. I appreciate that. Now, I don't know how loud that was, so I do apologise if it was very loud, but for some reason I can't hear my alert sounds. But as long as you can hear them, then the dopamine is received on your end, so thank you very much, my man. Appreciate that. Bobby, man, I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't in the caves. Maybe this is the best place for me to be. Maybe this is what was supposed to happen. I'm supposed to be down here, rotting in the caves, separated from the rest of Gillenor. Maybe it's just the way it was supposed to be. Oat craves the caves, that's all I'm saying. It's set in firmly. It's not Stockholm Syndrome, I want to be here. I swear. Well, we have 66 more demonic gorillas on task. depending on how many times the bracelet procs as well, we may well run out of tasks this stream unless we get the frame. Which the reason I didn't hunt another task is I was kind of hoping that would be the case. But we'll see. Grizz, you're a sick man. If I roll demonics after this, yeah, fair. They'd be good to get, and that's a lot more Slayer XP, but it would be kind of cruel if that was the case. It could happen. Anything could happen with a wheel. But, I mean, I honestly would not turn down... I think if we did roll Tormented as the next thing, I would put Abyssal Sire straight on the wheel as its replacement. Because then there's zero excuse, you know? The wheel giveth, and the wheel taketh away. I mean, once again, don't forget, the messed up thing is here. When we rolled Demonic Gorillas, I was ecstatic. Ecstatic? I was happy. Because Zenite Jewelry is a massive upgrade for the account in Mage, Range, and Melee. However, that has come at the cost of going 3 times dry on an item that I don't care about. Because realistically, yes, the Heavy Ballista is useful in some niche locations, but it's not going to change the account. The Zenites will, definitely. But a Heavy Ballista won't really do that much for us. So naturally, that's why we're stuck here. Can't have it making too much sense now, can we? See, at this point with the changes, though, I wouldn't mind being stuck in CG. Because once again, I think it's engaging enough that I would be fully locked in. And on top of that, the amount of stuff you get from there is wonderful. Like, imagine having a Blade of Saildor, Full Crystal, and a Bofa. The account would just be sailing through content like this, for instance. Imagine having a Bofa just to ping it down instead of a RCB. Not that there's anything wrong with a rune crossbow, but it's not a Bofa, and that's just facts. Okay, Barbarian Assault would not be as good. I want to roll Sailing, yeah, just to see what it's like as well. Get a fresh pair of eyes on Sailing, especially after they changed a couple of things. The quality of life definitely went up. They made certain grinds easier. Some of the teething issues have been sorted out now. So I would get a nice smooth sailing. Damn it, and then I drank a prayer pot. Pun so bad, my brain started melting. Storm, it might be one of those ones where, yeah, we get 4 enhanced, no armor seeds. But that's okay. Bank value boosters, you see. See, I was proud of the pun, and then I stuttered and stumbled, and it kind of all crumbled around me. That's just how I am. smooth operator. I don't know what to tell you. That's just how it is. Guardian Speed Chaser, get in. Nicely done. Papaya tree seeds. Very nice. Cass, it's one of those ones that when you're not going for it, you tend to hit the speed times. The second you're like, right, I'm locked in, I'm going to go for a speed time, all crumbles around you. By the day we get our grubby mitts on a crystal Halley. I actually reckon the way this account is set out, we have a higher chance of getting a Noxious Halberd before we do the Crystal Halberd. Because we have to roll 3 separate things first. Just a small obstacle of 92 Slayer, whatever it is. 91? Let's see, you're dropping rocks on me. 92. Did what? Did the Speed Chaser or did Araxel? Or the Crystal Halberd, actually. I noticed that when I yap, I tend to jump from subject to subject quite a lot. I'm just following where the brain's taking me. Ooh, PB's in. Barrow's champion. It's popping off. I don't know why I'm so drawn to that corner. I need to leave the corner. It's clearly not a good corner. I mean, yeah, the fact that you can hit the Guardians using the Halberd is insane. No swaps required. Bracelet is doing what it's supposed to, keeping us in this task for as long as possible. Yeah, I can imagine having the Noxious Halberd for Zulrah as well would be brilliant. Rather than having to shoot it with a crossbow and do fire spells. Is it cheating, though, to use that if you have to get 92 Slayer first? So I feel like if you've hit 92 Slayer, one of your combat stats is going to be excessively high anyway. More sharks. Yes. Wonderful. Ooh, good question, Cub. So, at the moment, or previously, it was the Zenite clan symbol. I'll kill this and then explain in a bit more detail. But as I always say, I am useless at admin stuff. Absolutely useless. So in terms of like the clan progression and all this kind of stuff, it has basically been headed and speared by Grizz. So he's been the one that's going in and taking the time to rank people up, depending on how long you've been in there. And it's been an absolute lifesaver for that sort of stuff. So thank you, Grizz. On top of that, he also has now introduced new ranks in which I will post on the Discord how they are obtained, but it's a bit more interactive. So if you just want your regular icon, it's just been in the clan for X amount of time, you go up to a Zenite gem. Past that, there's a couple of different tasks where it's like a collection logger, PVMer. I don't think there's a PK one, but we're not really a PK clan. That's kind of set up behind different achievement diaries, all that kind of stuff. So if you do want to unlock like a more custom icon and go for something a bit more challenging, so whether that's all of the master combat stuff done, I can't remember what he's done now. He's got a full list of it for me. But I will post that on the Discord, and then people can chase something, you know? Yes, Grizz. Yeah. Cub was just asking if the Zenite icon was the final stop in the clan channel, and I was saying how you have written some new stuff. But yeah, I'll need to do a post on the Discord. So if you're not on there, hop on the disc. I'll make a proper post about it. But it's just a little bit more of a interactive way. If you want to do more stuff, there is no obligation. Obviously, play the game how you like. But if you want a funky icon, there's a couple of things you can do. And I think it's a fantastic addition. Grizz is a legend. I have P-Brain of I kill gorilla 4,500 times. And Grizz says, by the way, there's some cool community stuff you could be doing right now. And I just, drooling on my mouth, I say, ah. And I carry on killing gorillas. So we are lucky to have him. You're not a mod yet, Grizz. You're not. I'll sort that out. Let me slay a gorilla. Hang on. I think I need a custom icon for going dry. You know, if you hit a certain level of dryness, then you get an icon. True. To be fair, I still need to get some custom emotes done, and maybe a little scurry one's not a bad idea. There you go, Grizz, mate. I didn't realise I hadn't done that already. I do apologise. Time to bust out the banhammer. What has he done? He's unleashed him. I'm quite a docile individual. You could probably overthrow me if you want. I'll be chill with it. I'll just be down here killing gorillas, you know? You know where to find me. All of it took. $59 gorillas left. This bracelet's going to have to do some more heavy lifting. I believe in you, bracelet. He's sowing disease in the oat field. The crop will fail. We get modded for the ones to PK you first. I don't think so. I still think that, you know, the fact I've given Grizz, the one who's put a 1 bill bounty on my head, mod is a questionable decision on my part. Maybe I'm lacking in self-preservation there. But, yeah. I think you can get like a dunce hat or a, like a PK skull if you're the one that does it. Or just make a sticker of my face looking really sad, and you can have that. And that'll just be a little trophy that you can keep. As rumors have it, you know, there's no official bounty out. It might all just be a farce. A ruse, if you will. I haven't seen the evidence yet. But there's been whispers in the rumour mill. Yeah, instead of the skull above your head, it's just going to be me frowning. Crying into a bowl of porridge. Javelin shaft, eh? The true Scottish way to consume oats is salt and water. None of this milk and sugar malark. So my tears will do just fine. I will season the porridge for you with my sadness. still at some point need to do the thumbnail treasure hunt. Which is as much as I'll say for now. One day soon. God, it's outrageously hot today. Stealth dropping rocks. Yeah, I'm still not quite sure how the visual bug works on those rocks, and I've been down here for quite a long time. I think it is close to... Well, it's been 20 days game time since we finished the last video. So when you put that into perspective, I know it's been like 2 months since the last video. But hours played, we've not been slacking. 131 days, we ended the last one on 111 days, I think. So we've been down here, we've been about. We are just getting unlucky. Which isn't great for regular content updates. I guess that's why the streams are so nice, because then you can come hang out and see me doing this. But just so you know, I'm still about and I haven't given up. You know? So I think that's the biggest thing. If it's been like a month, and because there's a lot of people that obviously don't watch the streams, and they must be like, has he just stopped playing? Maybe they see it pop up now and then. And I'm down here. It's just Groundhog Day, you know? Again and again. Mahogany seeds. Says brother of mine on a hot day like today. It is rather toasty. Actually, how hot is it where you are at the moment? Button up. Because down here it's 32. And I know we're not a million miles away. Or at least it's 33 in the room. Ooh, a little supply drop when we needed it. 36.37 is rotten. That needs to stop. Oh, I see. Okay. But you make a pull where you can. Doesn't matter if it's elevated off the ground or not. Yeah, fingers crossed. It needs to be cooler. I think today was the peak, and then it cools down a touch. Good evening, Keck, mate. We have been doing tasks the entire time. We have no tasks stored up, though, so we have 54 gorillas and a dream. Hopefully the bracelet procs a couple more times. However, I didn't pick up a task specifically because I believe that this is the final task that we're going to have to do down here. Call me a dreamer, call me a believer, call me insane. I just want it to be over. Thank you, Keck. I mean, you know, it could happen. It could happen. And if it doesn't, maybe we'll hunt a task or two. Well, it would just be one, but... Get him in the bin. Okay, lots of... I was going to say, the chest was saying 995 charges, or durability. The other one was saying 20-something. Been a bit of a disconnect there. Miscommunication between the top and bottom. I have to say, I'm very much looking forward to our first actual Oat Bloke community grind. Just something we can do together. Obviously not, doesn't have to be a grind that is group content, but content we could do as a group if people wanted to. That'd be fun. Volcano would be nice. It would feel kind of weird unlocking Prith without it being Corrupted Gauntlet that we're going for. Although, if we got Guardians of the Rift, I would also unlock Prith because of the Death Altar. So there's a couple of different things that would lead towards me having to do the quest line. But yeah, so Volcano would be really nice. 99 smithing banked, easy. And it's not like we don't have decent gear for it. We've got full prospectors. We have a dragon pick. can a dream. Might be a bit of free rune crafting leveling as well. Decidedly quite slow, but XP is XP, you know? Is it Morning's End Part 2 or 1 for the Death Altar? I realise I have no food and I'm still down here, so we should just be a little careful here. A cautionary tale. Nah, we're good. 2, okay. More mahogany seeds. Where's the drop chance of those? Oh, 1 in 227. 277. Not as bad as I thought. Okay, fair. Then I wouldn't technically unlock Prif. I would then have that to do at a later date. So that's not so bad. The Song of the Elves boss is a bit spooky, but I genuinely, with my stats now and the gear that I have, I think I'd be good. I think it would be fine. Keck, what? What are you doing to me, bud? It could have been a Zenite, true. Factually accurate. But it wasn't he. $51, 13 charges, all good. How's the log looking? Oh, just ignore that, you know. 4575. Yeah, watching the rare seeds pop up is a bit of a pain. I mean, the fact that during this grind we've had a shield left half and a dragon spear and 4 rune longswords. Just quickly check, because bearing in mind I'm not wearing a Ring of Wealth here. So if I have a little look up, if we go down to the bottom, a dragon spear without a Ring of Wealth is 1 in 36,000. And every rune sword is 1 in 4.2k. Shield left half is a 1 in 27,000. Something's broken down here. I'll get to the bottom of it though. Don't you worry. This is all just one big conspiracy, and I will figure it out. We've also used just over 2,500 charges of our Ring of Suffering now. And that is predominantly on reflecting damage back at demonic gorillas. Oops. Little bits of chip damage, you know? Ah, yes. Old Faithful. How many are we on now? 54,000 Runite bolts. Hallis, my man, 11 months. You legend. Thank you so much. I haven't tried getting the drop yet, but I will. I'll try that now, actually. I've got 50 kills to try it properly, just to, you know, try it on for size. But I'll give it a crack. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. Surely now, right? It's just how it has to be. OSRS, notorious pay to win. Same RuneScape 3. Yeah, we've been down here for a hot minute now. I think we're coming up to either 450 or 500 hours of Demonic Gorilla Killer. So yeah, it's ooh, we've been down here. Grinding away. Pink beam. Nice. We will take that. I don't know how many it's been, but we will take a pink beam. That is Zenite number 18 at 4577. Nice. Nice. We will definitely take that. If we're not getting what we need, we'll at least take some GP. We're closing in on 400 mil value on Demonic Gorilla so far, and that is GE value, just to clarify, because obviously Zenites are going at 16.3 mil pop. But all in all, pretty darn good. Look at that, Hannes, mate. You come along, Zenite drops. Beautiful stuff. Thank you, Sly. We'll take it. We'll take the Zenite. Why not? Put it in the back pocket. Tuck it away. Easy peasy. Not a big stream watcher. That's a-okay. The streams were there just as like a... there have been a separate way to keep in contact with you guys. Because obviously it's been now 2 months since the last video. But just so you know, I have been working on it. We've been down here, we've been killing gorillas. But, yeah. It's just how it has to be sometimes. And I say sometimes, I don't actually know what's going on with the RNG of this account. But I'm convinced at some point in the future, we're going to spoon something horrific. And it's going to be a good day. A storm is a brewing. I mean, technically, as a side hustle when we were going for a master clue step, we did pick up a Pharaoh Scepter after only 4 runs of the pyramid. So, like I said, the RNG on this account works in weird ways. Grizz, you have indeed. A Zenite has dropped and you have missed it. Unfortunately. But it definitely been about 300 kills, you know? So, technically we were G1. So you do need a couple of the seals to charge it. That is true. But now I don't have to hunt for it, you know? The good news is I can now store or use one to teleport around, and then the other one that I will get eventually, I can put in the house as a altar. So for now, we're okay. We're just prepping for the next one, you know? I haven't actually done any of the desert diaries yet, though, so the charges are still free. So I should probably do that. There's also a slim chance you get Rocky down there. And Rocky is probably one of the coolest pets in the game. In my opinion. Although I saw the Mad Angel pet, and that looks sick. Big fan. I like a bigger pet model. Or like a rotund pet. Like the Mole, Rocky, Chinchompa. All good options, you know? Scepter in the house. I think it is literally the hardest component to get your hands on is the Ferroscepter itself. Where is it? I never know which room stuff is in. It's not the chapel. Trophy? There you go. No, that's adventure logs. Skills, maybe? There you go, skills. So if you build the occult, then you've got access to all 3 of the spellbooks. So, technically, what do you need for this one? Okay, so I can make the ancient altar. I didn't realize that's how it worked. So I could technically make the ancient altar, which just means I can change to ancient spellbooks whenever I want. For some reason I thought, I don't know what, I didn't realize there were different versions of it. I could probably just do that and make changing back to the other spellbooks a lot quicker. This is what I mean. I've got this habit of leaving, well, I say habit. I'm leaving construction alone until we get mahogany homes, just so it's a bit more impactful. But I do feel like the account is suffering a little bit in terms of time investment now. Just running about to different fairy rings, spirit trees, etc. And it's a minor thing, but every little helps. Big up Tesco. Yeah, if I'm going for like a side quest, I usually get to grind them after. When I'm going for the main thing, I tend to go dry. Because I was just doing that in complete chance to see if I got the Ferroscepter for the Master Clue step. I think I set myself a limit. I said, if I don't get it by the time I get into that room, which was 81 thieving, then I would just drop the Master Clue and move on, because the Master Clue step required me to actually have the Ferroscepter. A posture check, by the way. Sit up straight. No slouching. Yeah, it's it was very lucky to get. In 4 runs or something as well. It's just outrageous behavior. Getting smashed about at the moment. So technically I could make a bunch of different rooms and then put multiple of the altars in separate rooms, right? Obviously minus the ancient one unless I want to lose the scepter, because you can't get it back. Oh. Exactly, Alice, mate. Exactly. Everything else will be plain sailing after this. Guaranteed. Because why wouldn't it be, you know? There we go dry here so we can go... I was going to say wet somewhere else, but go lucky somewhere else, I should say. It's, yeah, we're storing up the RNG. The pendulum is swinging. Momentum is being stored. It's ready for our next big grind. Although if I get the option, I will cash in that luck now. Like, literally right now. Next kill. In fact. Next 10kc, you know, I'll cash that luck in. Look, isn't it 90% of people give up before they win? What was the, You're basically one roll away, so just keep going. Easy peasy. Surely the next one is going to make you hit big. I mean, I'm playing a 50-50. Every kill is a 50-50. And I've just got it wrong 4,500 times. So really it's my fault. And I need to do better. So I will do better. I will get the heavy frame in 43kc. Just how it has to be. Two more what kick? You saying 2 more KC till I get it? Or is this unrelated? Or is that the mantra you tell yourself? You say just 2 more, and then you do 2 more KC. And then you carry on, and then 1,000 later, you're like, 2 more. I'll get it in 2, you know? Yeah, exactly. It's always the next kill. As long as you call it first and you say, I'll get it in the next one. Isn't that basically what Kick did? They tried to lure in a bunch of RuneScape players because they know that they have, well, a higher chance of an addictive personality. Kick is a streaming platform. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of it particularly. I just know that it was kind of like an unregulated streaming platform. I don't know if it's got any better, but they have a lot of money because they are backed by... I don't know if it was Stake or something. They're backed by a company that has grey morals, I would say. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like an advertisement for softcore gambling and stuff. Maybe hardcore, I can't remember. But it's, you know, they are also a streaming platform, first and foremost. I just think they're backed by a dodgy company. I say dodgy. Choosing my words somewhat carefully. Get a government warning. They've got you. They're listening. Oh, an actual warning for wildfires. I know that there's been a ton in the UK. It's been so dry. It's not rained in like a full month or two here now, right? We've had a spattering, but nothing crazy. There was a massive wildfire tearing across... I saw it on the news this morning. There was a massive wildfire. I'm pretty sure I turned off government alerts on my phone. Because realistically, right, hear me out. I might be a bit stupid here. But if another country is dropping a nuke on us, I'd rather just not know about it. Until it's hit me, you know? Call me naive, but I'll see it coming. I'll hear it. I don't need my phone to be the last thing that I look at before I get hit by a nuke. So I'm pretty sure I silenced that straight away, and it just kept going off when they were doing some tests. So I said nay. What, are corporations sucking on people's vulnerabilities? Not in my late-stage capitalism. Exactly, Keck. I will use those precious 30 seconds that I wasn't running around panicking to get some more demonic KC in and maybe get the heavy frame, you know? You're just not thinking about it in the right way. If there was a zombie outbreak, I don't know. I'd give it a crack. I mean, I do have a zombie axe, so I've killed a couple of zombies in my time, you know? This isn't my first rodeo, son. See, I would use my skills acquired by killing all these demonic gorillas to negotiate for supplies, you see. So while everyone else is scurrying around getting their supplies for the zombie apocalypse, I'll be here waiting, and then when everyone's gone and gathered all of the supplies, I'll go get them off them. Because I'll use my demonic slaying skills and I'll say, you know, I'm actually rank 1 hardcore Scarius in old school RuneScape. And they'll be like, ah, fair enough, here's some water. You can have some crackers if you want. Maybe, I know we've got some Pop-Tarts. Easy peasy. And if it doesn't work out, then I just skip out on all the heartache and stuff that comes with the zombie outbreak. I just skip all that, and I'll take a little snooze. More supplies. See, technically, what is peak location for a zombie outbreak, though? Because, yeah, I mean, technically out in the fields, there's less people, therefore it will spread slower. But I don't know, if you can get holed up in a supermarket, you'd be good for a long time. No, as long as the internet doesn't go down, we're fine. Because if the internet goes down, I can't get a heavy frame. And that's unacceptable when we're this far in. Well, technically they're undead, so I think a zombie wouldn't drown, right? It would just float. So it might struggle to swim to you, but it could just stay in the water bobbing about. Because it doesn't need to breathe. Why am I hitting it with the one thing it's praying against? Well, if it's October, you could go zombie bobbing. You know, you could try and fish them out. Be like extreme catfish noodling. Just put your hand in the water so you can get a zombie. Do you think it'd just be pruny zombies bopping about in bodies of water? I see that. The thing is, right, hear me out. I'm sure, obviously, the indomitable human spirit and the will to survive is strong and it's potent. But it just seems like so much effort. Like, if there's a massive zombie apocalypse going on, like, you've seen the films, you know it's going to be bad, it's going to suck. That's just a lot of effort. Running around, trying to move location, survive the hordes. I don't know. I don't think I'm built for that life. I think I just have to like try and hold up somewhere and be like, this is my patch. I'll barricade the doors and just sit inside for a bit. I mean, I think the fact that there's brain-eating zombies waddling about would be a bit spooky. Oh, it's got to be fast zombies. It has to be the sprinters, you know, the ones that, like 28 days later zombies. Because like, realistically, right, anytime there's a zombie film, the only reason a zombie would move slowly is if its ligaments and muscles had decayed in its legs, so it couldn't move anymore. But outside of that, technically, if it's like a viral zombie outbreak, you still would have full functionality of the body. So if the body's an able body and isn't missing limbs, that thing would sprint. And it would sprint to such a fast speed because it's not thinking about lung capacity or self-preservation of limb. So I think that would be terrifying because they would be booking it as fast as that body could possibly move with no regard for itself, you know? It's not going to be like, oh, I might pull a hamstring. It's full speed running at you. And I'm not fast. I'm slow as hell. Like, I'm a leisurer. I'm heavy set, you know? I have not got the time to be running around away from some, like, slim athletic zombie that's coming to bite me. And it's like, if you can climb something, it can climb something. So if I'm like, oh, I'll get on the roof, because if I can get on that roof, the zombie will get on the roof as well. So yeah, I think I just pack it in. I'll be like, have a little nibble. I'll turn into a zombie as well. I think personally, though, I'd make a good zombie. Just saying. Like, imagine the dedication that I put into grinding out demonic gorillas, but to trying to consume humans. That's like that's a force to be reckoned with, surely. Oh, if there's Left 4 Dead variants, yeah, screw that. Imagine having like the boomer running around the charger. Like a tank. No, thank you. The hunter as well. You'd be a limper zombie. Yeah. But you know, every zombie horde has its limper zombie and the one that gets stuck on the fence, trying to nip at people as they walk by. Every good zombie horde has to have that one zombie, so you know, you just fill in the role. Yeah, I'm sure you'd be a great zombie, mate. No. Come on, Alice, you'd be a great zombie. Turn into a zombie encouragement stream. Wasted a shark. See, what if it was like you basically lose no functionality of yourself, you just have an insatiable hunger for flesh. Then at that point, becomes a whole different kettle of fish. That's like the end of Shaun of the Dead, you know? Right. Come on then. 30 demonics and a dream. Yeah, everyone loves a good jump scare zombie, you know. They're the most memorable ones. Or the surprise zombie that's in a place it shouldn't be but doesn't know how it got there. So it's like, oh, we've finally got into this really secure facility where there shouldn't be any zombies. And then there's always that one room. There's a shifty room. And it's like, oh, I wonder what's in there. And lo and behold, somehow there's a zombie in there. And it always causes the most problems. Like then suddenly they try and run past it and someone hits the door opens, the rest of them come in. Chaos. Exactly. That one goes down in history, you know? Evening, Mr. Lazy Brownie. How is it going, my friend? Right, I'm at a prayer here. Oh, I'm out of heavy frames here. See if that works. It is roasting, my friend. Absolutely roasting. Hopefully it cools down soon, because it's hard to sleep when it is this hot. Yeah, exactly. That's the one bad thing about it, right? If you're doing something, let's say you're out and about, and you've got shade, and you've got a couple of pints, and you're doing an event, the sun is lovely. When you're trying to do nothing, and just relax, or you have to go out and work in it, or move around, it's just unnecessary. Oh. Still can't believe that zombie got Alan. How to get into the closet? Yeah, exactly. The surprise zombie. There's also that one that always seems to walk into the opportune thing. Like, there'll be a big horde of zombies walking around, right? All spooky, but fortunately, they can't get into this room. Even though there's a latch outside, they can't get in. And then one's walking around, and his jacket's going to get snagged on that one thing that they shouldn't snag the jacket on. And then the door's going to open, and they'll be like, ah, good job. Now we can get them. So, you know, that's a valuable zombie roll as well. I'll take that one. Have you got a fan going at all, Brownie, or are you without? So I find it's the stillness of the air and the heat just feels like it's sitting on you. That's when it gets a bit much. I could fill the role of the bloater zombie. I reckon I'd do well. The inconvenient one that's trapped itself in a place that you need to get to. Like a door has fallen on it, and it can't do anything to really get you unless you come into its radius. But you have to get into its radius because you need to get something from behind it. I could definitely do that. And it's like, this zombie's not that dangerous, but he's in the most inopportune place right now. It me. Yes, more GP. Fill my bank. Yeah, there's also the not quite dead zombie, where like a key figure walks up to it and says, "Oh, thank God that one's dead," and then it bites them in the ankle and they go, "Oh no." I say that's the ambush zombie, you know? The lying in wait. There's quite a few tropes out there for the zombies, really. When you really think about it. Right, 400k in the inventory right now. From Demonic Gorilla High Alking. I'm pretty sure most of this XP that we've got into 96 has been from teleporting around and High Alking, like exclusively. I think the scariest Left 4 Dead variant is the Hunter. I mean, the Spitter's quite grotesque, but the Hunter just... hearing it do the jump scream. Okay, no more prayer. Surely we can squeeze another kill in there. This is what we trained for after all. Oh, the witch. I completely forgot about the witch. Yeah, no, that is a spooky zombie. Do not like that one. Especially like if you've got to go through a warehouse, you're navigating it, and you just hear like the sobbing in the corner. Ugh. Yeah, no bueno. Man milkshake. Right you are, sailor. Right you are. Clue shuffle complete. Oh, I see a star must have fallen here at some point. Yeah, you've got all the star gatherers. $15 more marks of grace and you're done with the outfit and most of agility. Get in there, my man. Yeah, the graceful set is such a nice thing to tick off the list. Are you doing Canifis rooftops or are you doing... I forgot the name of the place. Camelot. Sears Village. Sears, yeah. To be honest, if there was a massive zombie outbreak, realistically, just get on a cruise ship. And obviously hope that the zombies aren't on the cruise, but let's assume that there's none on the cruise ship. You have a great time. Just floating around, doing your thing. Occasionally stop at a port, send out some looters. Yeah, to be fair, after the agility changes, the set isn't as important, but it does still make a big difference. And it just feels nice to have. If you're doing a quest that does not require any gear, like combat gear at all, then just, yeah, weight reduction gear is good. That's what we want. One day. I'll join you one day. Yeah, I don't know. Even if a zombie could swim, I think it'd be fine. It'd be quite slow, you know? He's like a Michael Phelps speed swimmer. Quibus, when you get down here, I hope that you green log in under 500 KC, my friend. And then I'll know that out there in the world there is someone that has got good RNG at demonics. Wait, is it actually Black Ops 4 zombies on the Titanic? Well, maybe that wouldn't be the best then. Hmm. Well, I mean, the good thing is, even if it needs a lot of fuel, there's not that many other people using the fuel up, you know? And you could sort of travel around to different places, make trades. I think, okay, maybe I wouldn't want to be a zombie. I want to be like a Khajiit, you know? I would have random wares. Like, I'd sell you a bottle cap for some reason. Maybe you want that. I don't know. But I'll have it. And I'll say, ooh, I see you're surviving out in the wasteland here. Would you like a bottle cap? It will cost you something. There wouldn't be any fruit. Actually, nature would take over again, so maybe we'd have loads of fruit. Does fuel expire? I guess so, yeah. Well, you get a little bit of a joyride around the ocean. And then you pitch up to somewhere where there's less people. Easy peasy. To quote a large ginger man, if you're buying, I'm in. Don't get pushy. Now, NG, have you done your miscellanea? How are your citizens faring? Are they pleased with you? Are they displeased? I recently topped mine back up. Oh! Hard scroll box. Right, you are, Harry. Oh, a Temporos PB. I'm intrigued. Oh, I see no drops. I'm a bit slow on the catch up there. Yum, we are still grinding, my friend. We are down here. We're in the soup. At this point, we're basically just a crouton floating around in the soup. You know? Oh yeah, there you go, see? 25 KC at a chosen boss. Any drops? Or was it dropless? You've got to love a crouton in a salad or a soup, right? It just enhances it so much. Like, salads innately are kind of dull. Unless you're making it... Okay. The salads that I used to make were dull. And then the missus showed me how to make a proper salad. And I was like, oh, these are actually quite good. But before it was just iceberg, lettuce, and a dream, you know? And then there's a lot more you can do to a salad. but it's a lot of effort. Because at the end of the day, it is just leaves still. Uh, 18 Zenites, I think, Chris? Yeah, 18. Oh, you've got all the boots already. Get in there. The smashed cucumber salad is banging. Oh yeah, I've eaten a whole bag of croutons before. That's not an uncommon occurrence. It's just good. It's just a good time. Especially if it's like a herb seasoned crouton. It's basically just eating breadsticks in a cube. And there's something very... I feel like a little rat in a maze, you know? The reward for completing the maze is I get a crouton of seasoned crumb. Speaking of Jagex, where's my seasoned crouton? Give me my heavy frame. Just saying. Well, that's a waste of a Prados. Fantastic. See, I thought the same thing, Hallis, until you have a decent salad, and then it's like, okay, that slaps. Like if you put mushrooms in oil, olives, artichokes, all that good stuff in there, decent tomatoes, cucumber, suddenly it becomes just better. Beep, my friend. Thank you for the follow. I honestly don't know how to change settings of that. But I do appreciate it. Stuff and things. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. We'll see if I'm still about. I mean, hopefully we've got ourselves a heavy frame and we'll skip off into the sunset. But I wouldn't count on it. We've been a little bit dry down here. If you're putting island dressing on a salad, then we're gonna fall out. You're saying a salad doesn't need more crunch? No. Am I back? Did you lose me? It looked like it dropped out for a second there. Just checking. Can you still see me on the Yub-Jub? Or have I gone? Yeah, olive oil and balsam on a salad is banging. That and a little bit of sesame oil. Delish. Are we back? Oh, cool, cool. Thank you, Cass. Yeah, the granite hammer smashes. If you pardon the bum. It does a big damage. Well, when it rains, it pours. Another Zenite. Go on then. Get in the bag, get in the bin. That is now 19 in, I think that was 40 kills between, if that. Lovely stuff. Delicious. 19 Zenites, 4615. Yeah, that is my crouton. That's the little crunch on my salad. We'll take that. So we've G value at least. We've made 400 mil off of demonic gorillas. That's nearly half a bill. Because we keep going dry. Is there a dry calculator for demonics? I'm gonna have to have a look at that. I'm curious as to what percentage of people are drier than me. Because I believe it's a... I know there's obviously Tedious was drier than I was here, but what percentage is there that are drier than me? See, is there anyone right now who's watching me getting Zenite saying, God, I wish I had those? Or is it more, you feel the same way I do as should have been a heavy frame, mate. Because I guess if you've gone dry here looking for Zenites, then maybe it sucks a touch, but... Okay. Grizz is actively throwing curses on me to try and make sure that the PC does break. That's fine. But aside from Grizz, surely we're all in the same boat here. We don't care about these spare Zenites. We just want the heavy frame. Another one. Yeah, to be fair, as I said, before we got these last two, we hadn't seen one in a little while, so... I guess we would use something. Maybe I need to make a pentagram on the floor out of the Zenite shards, because I've got enough that I could draw a pretty considerable space around me. Make a sacrifice. Yeah, we definitely need to open a Oat Zenite jewelry shop now. I'll do a hand etched design in each one and I'll sell it for a fortune. Full disclaimer, I cannot draw, so it's going to be like those medieval horses, or where you see the medieval tapestry of a dog. That's more my style, you know? It's more about the emotion that the face of the animal is showing than the animal itself, so... What number are we up to? 4620. Okay. Have a good time, Alice, my friend. Enjoy the friend slop. If you haven't played it before, Burgling Gnomes is a good one. Just saying. But have a good Friday, my friend. We've had 2 Zenites, so I guess can't really complain. It's not quite a heavy frame though, is it? Well, we have 11 demonic gorillas left on task. And we'll see if we can get it in that number. No more. I'm not going to acknowledge your pun. In fact, I'm going to actively ignore your pun as a punishment. Yep. Yes, sir. Come on, Bracelet. Keep rocking. Keep us in it. Keep us in the pocket. Never mind, I might have to leave more sharks at this rate. I'm getting smashed. Getting pummeled. Last time I said I wanted some prayer, it gave me some prayer potions. So I'll take some sharks, or a heavy frame, but I'll take some sharks, if you're offering them to me. Duly noted, I instead will get nothing and take a 30 to the face. What is this bronze man you speak of, Grizz? Is that a game mode? I thought that was already like a plugin that you could do. You're not a fan of the idea? Bronze man mode? Iron light. Okay. Oh, is that where you have to get the item first, and once you've had it once, you can then use it, right? Earn a drop, then you can buy it from the G. Yeah. I mean, that's not bad, though. That's like an intermediary for someone to dip their toes into the concept of an Iron Man, right? Because it doesn't really subtract from what anyone else is doing, so why not? Why not chuck it in? It's like a UIM. I personally would never play one because it doesn't fit my view of how I would enjoy playing the game. But to certain people out there, they love it. So I would not deny them the joy of playing a game mode that they really enjoyed. So if enough people like Bronze Man idea, then why not? Is it because you think if Bronze Man's in the game, then they won't be developing other types of game modes, or what's the feeling around not liking it? That was a lot of damage. Okay, we're in a little dangerous territory here. Let's eat this shark and hope that he does mage next. Nice. Seven black demons left on task. Let us resupply on food because I was getting absolutely pummeled there. Still got some charges on the bracelet, so maybe that'll push us over the edge. Up to around the 650 mark. That's quite a stretch, but we'll see. Little shuffle, shuffle. Add you in with your friends there, with your 15 other Zenite shards. Bliss. Put this all away. How many hards we got in here? We're juggling at the moment, but I'll pop that there because I can always get another box. I'll mostly let people play however they want sort of person, but I'm kind of air with Bronze Man because you could just do a plug-in. So the main thing adding is high scores. Okay, fair, fair. High scores for Bronze Man is people who dumps the most IRL money in bonds and pays enough. Yeah, I mean, once again, I don't disagree with that. I think that's a fair comment, fair statement. But high scores in the grand scheme of things, like, it's a new game mode for someone to have an opportunity to front page. Because obviously, like, the top places for all skills are gone now. So it allows the sweats to sweat extra hard for a potential permanent place on a market, you know? You could be on that scoreboard, like the first person to hit 200 mil all is now immortalized on the high scores, right? I don't know the name of them, but so I don't mind either way. I think if there's a really good plugin for it though, then there's no need to make the game mode, but yeah, if it's just high score chasers, then fine. I get it. But yeah, I think I agree. I don't think the high scores matter that much. Apart from if you're rank 1 hardcore scurrious, just saying. No, genuinely does not matter. It's something extra to aim for if you're that way inclined. But if you've got a good plugin that does the stuff, then yeah, crack on. Ah, okay, Cass. I didn't know you were a bronze man. That's fair. Because the plugin's pretty comprehensive, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Sharks have gone up to a flat 1000 GP. Exciting. High scores for a Green Helm group, yeah, fair. Member account way back, found out about Iron Man later. Then found out about bronze, but sold the bank, switched to bronze. Okay, so once you put the plugin in, then you basically have to start from scratch with your stats then. That's quite cool. Yeah, I guess if there's already a comprehensive plugin, then yeah. How's it looking for the votes? Is it looking like it might pass, or? I think hardcore main is, as a non-main player, and as now, I guess, I'd say a relatively experienced hardcore player. I've not done any dangerous content. I'm not delusional. Like, I haven't done stuff that really risks the hardcore particularly. But in terms of high scores on the hardcores, we're getting up there. Just play hardcore Iron Man, you know? Hardcore main is kind of... I mean, how would PKing work with a hardcore main? It's the same way as a hardcore Iron Man. You just get their stuff, but... Oh, new worlds, new economy. I see what you mean. So specific worlds for hardcore main players to go on. Yeah, okay. I see you. Because I was thinking if you introduce it to a regular world, then that just means that anyone who's got a couple 100 mil stashed up is going to instantly go buy Void Wakers and whatnot. I still think with a hardcore main, like hardcore Iron Man does exist. And Iron Man is a bit of it's a lifestyle choice, let's be honest. Because grinding everything yourself does suck sometimes. Right, 3 demonics left on task. It looks like my optimism that we would be done during this task is waning, fleeting, if you will. Could still happen, and stranger things have happened. So let's not count ourselves out yet. We still have potentially 3 to 5 demonics to kill. 1 second. Right, we'll see if this bracelet procs a bit more. If not, we're down to our final 2. Oof. Any procs? Okay, nice. Kept us in it for a wee bit longer. $6K, 9K to go, 91 fishing. Yeah, I mean, fishing's one of those ones that I think if I hadn't got it the way that I did get it, I would have hated doing it. Because fishing doesn't seem particularly fun. And the only reason we got 21 mil fishing is because Temporos sucks. So yeah, doing OG fishing methods, not ideal. But now that you can AFK anglers, very nice. Ouch. Right. Unless the bracelet procs right now, the Black Demon task is going to be over. And we will see how many Slayer points or XP that we've got from this task. Unfortunately, it did not proc. That was 283 Black Demons slain on that one task, 115,000 Slayer XP. So it seems like every time we do a task, we are getting around 100 to 115k. Not too shabby. That does mean a full 283-ish again until we hit 85. I don't want that. You don't want that. I don't think we want that. But yeah. So what we could do is we could go hunt for a task now. That's great. We'll do a little bit of task hunting. Let's get one more done. Last time it took a bit of time. This time, surely we get it quickly. We can't not, right? We can't not. We do have 2 hards on the floor, but I'll juggle those and it'll be fine. So we're a seasoned task skipper at this point. $85 mil raw cash. Go on then. Mad Angel is 100k attack per hour. Damn. What am I getting? I'm getting 120k an hour down here. You're using the hammer though, aren't you? Not that. The hammer seems to make a big difference as like a Golem Bane Crush. Look at that. Healthy papaya tree. I will do a farm run later. Just not right now. Thing is, I can't even get a back-to-back, so... I don't know if it's worth just going and doing a tutorial task first, but... Oh, Duradel. Boo. What we'll do is we'll stall that one straight away. And then go like that. There. And not get anything. So apart from the occasional Slayer task that I've decided to stick to, like a couple of gargoyles, we have mainly gone from 69 Slayer to 84 on Black Demons. Oh, demonic gorillas specifically, I guess. Surprise exam, goody. Get me out of here. $1,000 Herbler XP. Yoink. Don't mind if I diddly do. We'll give it two attempts at a skip. See what comes up. I always feel a tiny bit bad killing the cave crawlers. But that fades very quickly once they poison me. And then my empathy returns to 0. Now, you can't teach that technique there. Run out of energy, waddle around, 2 melees, swap to range, finish off the one that pops up. Well, with an 8. Nice. That's just pure instinct, that. I thought I missed one for a second. That would have been tragic. Did I just pick up a normal task? Oh, I'm such an idiot. That was unfortunate. I just grabbed a task instead of skipping one. Foolish of me. Thank you, Joshua, man. I appreciate that. We are trundling along. Yeah, demonic gorillas have not been kind to us. But what can you do? All we can do is keep on going and hope that we get the drop soon. But yeah, it's been a little while between videos, so I do apologise. The RNG is fickle sometimes. Yes, sir. 9k Scarius. Although I'm pretty sure that's solidified as in first place for a hot minute. Because I just don't think anyone else is going to do that many. But I think we're actually creeping up on the... What are we on now? 9,900. So we're 100 off of 10k. So I'll probably hit 10k at some point. Do a little celebration thing. But we've been trucking along, slow and steady. Even Gabriel moment, how's it going? We are currently hunting for a black demon task as we just finished up another 280 kills with nothing. And we are without task. Push. Right, now don't pick a task up, but I need to swap out the other one that I just got because I randomly picked up scorpions. Hank, you're not wrong. I'm probably gonna hit 10k Dagonoth Kings, but we don't speak that into existence. Okay, we need to keep that. We need to be positive. We need optimism around here. Damn it. But yeah, it could happen. Let me turn my light on temporarily. We have to hope that doesn't happen. No, we cannot be hitting 10k gorillas. That's just unacceptable behavior. If we hit 10k gorillas, I've got to think of a new series idea, you know? Or start a side series where I can at least put some content out there for you. At that point, I just don't know. I'd be a changed man after 10k demonic kills. I'd be in the soup for sure. Yeah, the silver linings of demonic gorilla slaying has been from 69 Slayer to 84. Additionally, 85 mil cash. Nearly 86 mil raw cash just sitting there. Plenty of rune bolts. Loads of farming XP. Like, it's one of those ones that, as far as drops go, there have been sideways benefits to this. So it's not like it's wasted time in the grand scheme of things, because everything else I did in the future, I'd have to get gold, I'd have to get tree seeds, etc. So it's not too bad, it's just It feels bad at the moment because we are very, very lost in the sauce right now. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pick up 2 more tasks here, see if they're demonics. If not, we'll call it there. If it is, we'll probably still call it there. But yeah, I mean, we've gone from having a couple of dry streams to a double Zenite drop within 40 KC. So, you know, I'll just show the log again. 19 Zenite shards in 4,000 is very good. We should see this many around 5,700, so we're about a K ahead on that. But obviously, the heavy frame is what we're after. And Black Demons. There. Let's store that. And Elves, brother. No, we will skip that. Right. I think that's as good a time as any to call it. Else you're just going to watch me try and skip tasks for potentially hours and hours, and that's not fun. Thank you for hanging out, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the follows, the subs. You're all wonderful. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I will be around on Monday. Don't know how much progress I'm making. Going home for the weekend to see the rents. So who knows? But yeah, have a fantastic weekend. I will catch you on Monday. By that time, we will have a Black Demon task stashed up. And maybe even heavy frame. Who knows? But anyway, catch you later. Peace, peace, peace.